Hey there. I thought I'd give you a little tour around this game of mine called Squish. And this game tour is going to be associated with a podcast that I'm doing called Game and Cast, which you can find at gameandcast.com. And my name is Ryan Clater. I'll be walking you around this game today. So, this is a Nintendo multi-screen game called Squish, and you can see the faceplate here depicting a few of the characters. Here is Ziggy the Maze Man, along with Grumpy and one of the Maze Fellows. Gosh, what in the world? Maze Bug. Okay, so much like many of the multi-screen games, it's got some information on the back here, serial number, the model number, MG61. And mine's seen some better days, but it still works. And on the inside, it's quite pretty. So I thought I would walk you around how to play this game and what the gameplay is like. If I can get some decent lighting in here, that would be helpful. All right, that's looking reasonable. Okay, so basically all the gameplay happens on the lower screen here, and you are Ziggy the Maze Man, that little pear-shaped character, and you are trying to avoid being squished by the side walls. And Grumpy up here is the one that is determining which direction, up, down, left, or right, that the maze is going to be moving. So I'm going to show you both Game A and Game B. Both of them have some really different gameplay to them. So let's go ahead and get started. So you'll notice that the control pads here are not the traditional D-pad, but rather these bidirectional rocker switches. So at first this was really challenging to get accustomed to, but after playing it a few times, you really start to relish the fact that you have two different digits to change the direction of. So here I just got squished because that wall moved to a point where I could not escape. Okay, well I could have, but I was not playing very well. So I'm just going to continue this game and let you watch some gameplay here. So as you're moving around, you kind of want to move yourself back to that central square, because once the maze shifts directions, you don't want to get caught unaware without time to maneuver yourself out of a situation. Now I've lost a couple lives, but if I can keep going until I hit a score of 300, those lives lost will be wiped, and I'll be back to 3 lives again. You can see that the score is incrementing once every second. It does not correspond with the movement of the player or the movement of the maze. It only has to do with time increments. Okay, if you're able to see this top screen, I'm starting to near 300 points up at the top left there. We'll see if I can manage to hit 300 before I perish, before I get squished for the last time. 10 more seconds. There we go. So getting those lives back. And this will continue to speed up and the maze walls will increase in difficulty, but I'm just going to let this one time out right now so I can show you Game B. Alright, so I showed you some Game A game footage. Let's do Game B. Now, once we click on Game B, check out these little maze rats, or whatever they're called. The maze poofs, the mini grumpies, I don't know. Anyway, it's your job to navigate and zap them out. You see, if you can make your way over to them and maneuver toward them an additional increment, they disappear. And you saw one of them was starting to reappear, that first one. So you got to be fast, otherwise you're going to be doing this all day. Okay, got that guy. Alright, got all 4 of them. And then your points increment. That was risky. Ah, they're coming back. I wasn't fast enough. There we go. Oopsies. Getting close to 300. Once you hit 300, you can gain back some of your lives. Here we go. And so it continues. Squish.